Alright, so I treated myself over the Easter because I did a review on Watership Down, as you might have watched, if you go back and watch that. But I also treated myself to the 4K Blu-ray of Watership Down. Now this is possibly my most favourite animated movie of all time. If I ever did a list of it, it will be one or two, put it that way. There's only one other one I'm sort of in contention with it with, but still, this is the Mecca. And I wanted to release this video over Easter. We're now at the end of the Easter holidays. I've been doing stuff with the family. I never got around to doing it. We're actually unboxing now. I've already taken the cellophane off, but like this comes obviously in a lovely little box set. This is like, I suppose, a special edition. So I'm going to read to you some of the features on it, and then we'll get to the unboxing side of it. So again, I do have dyslexia, so if I struggle with the reading, I apologise. I'll do my very best. Okay, so it's restored 4K, 2160p, Ultra HD presentation in Dolby Vision, HDR10 compatible. It's got new audio commentaries by film and animation scholars Catherine Lester and Sam Summers. This was done in 2024. Vintage audio commentaries from director Martin Rosen and writer and filmmaker Chris Gore. That was done in 2003. Conversations with filmmakers. Same people again, but done in 2005. Define a Style, which looks like a little documentary about the style of Watership Down. There's storyboards to film references. There's Super 8 footage. There's, what else is in here? Various different bits of national treasures from the BFI National Archives. Don't know what that could be. That could be interesting though. From 1942 to 1969, a selection of archive gems, including films by Mary Field, Hailers and Butchers, related themes or personal to Watership Down. So it's a selection of little mini films. Oh, that's going to be good to see. Trailers and TV sorts, and then we get into more of what's in here. So this is a fantastic little look into the world of Watership Down, which is brilliant. But also on the back is a quote from Guillermo del Toro, who's a famous like Hollywood director. He does a lot of weird stuff, a lot of Pan's Labyrinth. On the back it says he did The Shape of Water and Pinocchio, but he's also done like, he had that little mini series on Netflix, Guillermo del Toro's Box of Horrors or something it was called. But that was a fantastic mini series, kind of like Outer Limits, Twilight Zone, that's a vein sort of thing. Real good little horror series. But he says on here, Watership Down stands alone as a horizon never reached, a portal into what animation can be, could be, an art form. It fuels hope for the future, a delicate, violent, savage complexion, perfect and sharp like a diamond knife. That's from Guillermo del Toro. Now again, this is one of the greatest animated movies I've ever watched, one of the greatest films I've ever watched. It's got so much story and so much beauty and so much savagery in it. It's such a fantastic film. Now, even though a lot of times it's marketed for kids, but this DVD, I like the fact it's not so much marketed at children. Where did I put the original? It's somewhere up there. I'm not going to get it down now, but the original sort of like case you get for the... Sorry about that. It's got a really bizarre phone call from my son's currently skiing in Spain, and apparently he's fallen over and hurt himself, and the teacher's gave me a really bizarre phone call about how my son was apparently wearing a banana costume while skiing, so it's really confused the hell out of all of us because he didn't take a banana costume with him. So anyway, back onto Watership Down. So yeah, so Watership Down, fantastic film, probably one of the greatest ones ever. Such a great story. So now we're going to unbox this thing, see what's inside it, because it comes with some extra stuff. So we're going to have a look at it. So obviously I'll take the slip bit off the back. There, that's the bit too. So now you've got quite a fantastic case. Again, that imagery is very of the movie, where they normally mark it with a really child-friendly, happy picture on the front. So it looks like happy bunnies running around. So a lot of people, when they get this movie, that don't know this movie, will sit down with their kids to watch it, then be like horrified when you see a rabbit get his throat ripped out, and various other things happen in the film, or the snare scene, and it becomes quite expressive. And the end of the film is basically a bloodbath. So you can imagine why a lot of parents have gone like, ah, when they watch it with their children. But this looks a bit more like in vein with the movie, as opposed to what the DVD case looks like. I mean, actually, I'll see if I can get it down now. If you see me fall off a chair, you can laugh now, because I know it's up here. Ugh. Stay. Don't try this at home, kids. Right, so. Ugh. So the DVD of this is marketed like that. So that looks like a happy, friendly, Disney-esque movie. Nothing bad's ever going to happen. You look on the back, it still looks the same. Very happy, friendly. So I'm glad they've kind of gone with a more honest case by just having that sort of like rabbits looking a bit nervous in like a dreaded sort of thing. So there we go. That's what's on the side of it. So you can see there's like books and stuff in there. Phenomenal. And obviously you've got Watership down right there. Right, I'm going to open this up. Oh, hello. There's loads of stuff in here. Oh. So we have got, let's see what we have got. Right, so we'll start with the actual DVD itself. There's the DVD itself, the 4K, the 4K Blu-ray, sorry, there we go. On the back, everything that's in it. Open up, just the one disc. Gone for an image of the film. Is it like a, no, it's not a reversible cover. Sometimes they do reversible covers, so I thought I'd check. Right, what else have we got in here? We have got these, oh wow. Look at that. That's like some production art there, look. Can you run? I think not. But it can be used as a postcard, so you put your stamp up there. It's a postcard. It's an art card and a postcard. It's a great one as well, like one of the early sketches. Oh look, so if you know the movie, you know that's one of the final scenes. How amazing is that? Oh, this is right at the beginning. So like when they first sort of zoom in, the rabbit is drawn like that, and it's only the eye that's really sort of like animated in that way. But look at that imagery, that is stunning. So I'm a big fan of the natural world and nature and things like that. So I love this because of that as well. Oh look, we've got some Fiverr early artwork, look. Some character design stuff. No, I've also read the book as well. So I mean, they got the characters. If you read the book, they did such a good job of designing the characters in this film. Fluffy chest area, slight tuft of hair on their head. You can see they've written all the notes on it. Eyelids scoping upwards. That's brilliant. So then we get, looks like a fold-up poster. Is it? Oh. So the first, oh, it's doubles. Yes, right. So the first poster, I'll try and see. The first poster we get is the DVD, the Blu-ray cover that they've given us, which is quite cool. But the back poster, oh, the back poster. This is the image that was on the videos when I used to rent it from the video shop about 100 times when I was younger. That. It's the original poster for the movie. It's also the original cover that was on the video when I used to rent it from the video shops. Look at that. It's Bigwig in the snare. And it's all shadowed out. And again, that's how the movie's sold to you. So you know it's not going to be the happy-go-lucky Disney style one. That's not. This is a dark movie. It shows you that from that poster. How amazing is that? I love that. Oh God, if only it wasn't creased. Like if it was in one of those roll-up tubes or something, they give you that with the DVD, so it doesn't get creased. You can then lay it out. But the creases, oh, it's such a shame it comes creased like that. Because I would literally frame that and stick that on my wall. But it's the creases, it does ruin it. Is it? I know why they've done it, because it's easy to put it in there. I mean, instead of putting like saying like that, it's going to take up a lot more room, like packaging wise and marketing. So they know why I do that. But it is good to have it. But it's a shame there's not a way you can avoid, because the creases are there for forever. I've seen these like restoration things, these movie posts, they restore them. And they go through this whole like washing process and all that. And it must be expensive to do, and it does sort of look, but you can still semi-see creases. Even when they've done all that, you can still see the slight marks of the creases. Now this looks amazing. So this is like a book. There's so much in this. Right, okay. This book is fantastic. Look at that. It's a little book, that thick. And it looks like everything is in here. So, spoilers, the contents of this book, that's quite interesting. The following context reveals plot details from the film. And you get the black rabbit image there. This is lovely. So look at all that. All this information about the movie. Some artwork. That's a terrifying image of Woundwort there. Look at that. Woundwort's the evil general in the movie. Oh, the dog. Savage. So this is all about the making, creating of the credits. Rabbits and children approach with caution. It's just a harmless little bunny, isn't it? So Catherine Lester, who was, there's an interview of her in here. These words spoken diversely by John Cleese, Tim the Enhancer on Monty Python, about the bunny, just a harmless bunny. So that, oh, it's a quote from, oh, Holy Grail, when the rabbit's like, ah. Great way of putting that into this. Yeah. So, but yeah, this I'm gonna sit down and read this entire book. This looks fascinating. So that's like a look into like what it was and inspirations and stuff to do with the film. Obviously, the majority of it is inspired by the book, which I'll put there. The book, but it's also sort of like a kinship and Coco, watching Watership down and in the Anthrophor, well, whatever. Look at this. Look at the artwork. Just look at how good this is. Such a sad scene. Oh look, you've seen about the filmmakers, how they got together and drawing it. Oh, it's got more production artwork in it. Look at that. Look at that there. This is, and there's that picture from the postcard, look. But look, there's more sort of how they made it, look. All this artwork stuff. Look at that. Animation, I mean, they don't know how good these animators have got it now with their computers and that. This was like cell animation. So it's like you draw the picture, you move it on, you draw it takes time. This took years to do. Look how they would go about doing it. Look at that. I love stuff like this because I love to look, like, whenever you watch like documentaries on making of movies, like especially if they're older ones, it's fascinating how they do certain things, how they made certain things. You don't get that now with like movies made now, because you know it's all like on a computer. And there it is, like the Avengers. If you want to look at that, there's like the actors are in front of a green screen doing this, that with like random green props and that, and they had everything else later. Where back in the day, all films were done where it was like, well, we have to adjust this and do this, and what do we use to do that? Like I found out years ago, and it blew my mind, that when they're filming like water rushing down places, they add milk to it to make it look more white, so the camera picks it up there. I was like, what a great thing to know. They add milk to water, a little bit of milk to water to make it the churning and the ferociousness. Like they'd use it in Superman, you know, when you see like the model statue and the water's rushing through the dam, that was like a little bit of milk added to make it look like frothing water. I was like, wow. And like American Werewolf in London, when you see how they did the makeup effects of that and how they got around different things, that is genius stuff. And you don't get that with movies now, but like this, like going back, even looking at animation back then, to watching an animated movie get made back then, knowing that someone sat there and drew out all of on those plastic sheets, like drew out a movement of that, a movement of that, a movement of that, and laid it on. It's just brilliant. It is so brilliant. My favourite character in the movie, Kiar, always cracks me up. Even now, I watch it now and I still laugh every time I see that bird. But oh, look, just this, every page has got a different piece of artwork on it and writing about. I want to sit and read this. This looks phenomenal. Isn't it a kind of dream? Creating bright eyes. Oh my God, that song is a haunting song. But look at that. That with the talking about the Warren getting destroyed. The artwork in this it's horrific. It's the dream sort of stuff that Fiverr has, and the telling the stories what happened to the Warren. It is horrific. It's like nightmare fuel. Look, Bigwig when he got in the snare and he's all like bloody and stuff. You can imagine like mums. I mean, I knew as a kid going into it. I mean, I think I must have been 4 or 5 when I first saw it. It's a very early memory of watching this movie and then going to the video shop randomly and picking up a copy of what's in there, those big chunky like clamshell video cases, taking up to the guy and having that poster you just saw a minute ago as the, oh my God. And then, but I kind of grew up with it, so I knew what it was like. But you often see on Facebook, you'll get some mum that has watched it at Easter and she's like having a freak out, like, oh my God, how is this a children's film? Why did my kids watch this? I couldn't believe how violent it was. I think a couple of years ago, I think it came on ITV or BBC One, they showed it like on an Easter. Probably the person who put it on there didn't know what it was either. Just assumed it was a Happy Bunny movie. We'll put it on at Easter and it'll be all good. And they've got a load of complaints. There's loads of people on Facebook going, how dare they put that up on there? Why not warn us adults what our children were going to watch? They should have put it on later. This was a violent movie. We did not expect this. And it's like, do your research before you watch a film. I mean, I always do. Like, I'll show my kids some things that aren't age appropriate. The age aren't certificate appropriate for them. Like, I've got a daughter who's 13. She loves to watch horror movies with me sometimes. So I let her watch some 15 and the odd 18, depending on what it is. But I also am smart enough to go, you cannot watch that film, it's too much, not that one, not that one. So you do your research as a parent. Don't just throw them in front of something. Even if it's a cartoon, I'd still like look into it. Like, I'd take my kids to see Toy Story for the first time before I'd have a look. What's it suitable? What's in it, sort of thing, before you go to watch it. Oh, I don't know. But anyway. So there's stuff about the DVD as well, special features in the DVD stuff as well. Look at that. Again, more. This book is fantastic. So I do recommend this. If you're a fan of Watership Down and you've got your social media, you've got your 4K thing, and you really want a decent copy of it, go for this. Just to unbox the thing. Look at that. I love this film. It's a fantastic film. It's a fantastic DVD box set. I think that's everything I've seen now. But yeah, so it was worth getting this. I think I paid like 30 quid for it, but definitely worth getting the special edition. I might get a few more sort of special editions. There's a Blair Witch one I really want to get. They did a Blu-ray version of the Blair Witch Project, and similar to this, where it's got the stuff and all the extra bits in it. And I really want to get that because I do like that film. That's another film sort of a monumental to sort of like growing up and stuff like that. So that's another one I want to get, but it's really expensive now because it's sort of gone out of selling, so now you can only get second hand or from third party sellers and that, and it does cost a pretty penny to try and get it. I'm not going to spend that much on a copy of Blair Witch just yet, but I will hopefully one day see that. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. I'm glad you enjoyed. I actually bought, funny, I actually got this second hand, but it was like one of those brand new second hand ones, so someone had bought it, decided they didn't want to watch it. That's how I ended up getting it. But yeah, definitely worth getting if you're a big fan of Watership Down and film in general, because it's a decent film. If you've never seen it, it is worth watching. I'll recommend it so highly to watch the movie Watership Down. But if you have got little children, watch it before you let them watch it, because it isn't a very family friendly. Even I mean, this version's PG, which is shocking. It's weird how the DVD version of it is a U. I don't know why it's a U. Yeah, this 4K Blu-ray version is a PG, and it could be to do with the commentaries on it. Maybe that's why, because I know it's a lot of things. I've found this out recently, that sometimes if in one of the commentaries maybe a F word is used or the S word's used more than a certain amount of times, that's when it becomes like that. Like, I've got a copy of, is it Jaws I've got? Yeah, Jaws up there. Now Jaws is a PG, but my DVD copy is a 12, and it's to do with the commentaries on it. Anyway, that's a bit of information for you. So yes, Watership Down, no matter what, I suggest, if you haven't watched it, please go and watch it. It's a fantastic, phenomenal movie, and even as an adult watching a cartoon, it is worth it. Because I don't watch a lot of cartoons anymore. I've grown up a bit more, I don't want to say mature, but like, I know a lot of adults love their, you've got these Disney adults that love the cartoons. I get a bit like off with cartoons now, but I always go back to that. There are a few cartoons, there's that, Lion King, kind of similar in a way. Transformers, the animated movie. I love that. I've probably watched that more than any other cartoon ever. That would be the second. But I remember Transformers was one I watched over and over again. Again, quite dark and bleak. Maybe that shows something about me as a child, that I was quite like the dark and bleak cartoons. But yeah, there's a go kinds of, but that is Mecca. That is up there in top films of all time. That is up there in top animated movies of all time. And it's a lot of people's as well. But yeah, so I'm babbling. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. That was the review of the 4K version of Watership Down, which is phenomenal. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all soon. Like, subscribe, and follow, or whatever it is that you want to do to see more of my videos. And I hopefully won't waffle on as much as I did today. Bye.